are we? Pranksters! Where are we? The Coliseum! What do we do? Execute! Are you not entertained? The Coliseum! Is this not why you're here? Execute!
What's going on, Cranksters? Welcome back to another beautiful Scalp and Chill. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful morning, evening, nighttime, whatever it might be. And here we go again, doing the Diddy Bitty Tango. We're back at it. We are back at it, man. Talk about, I meant to stream last night. It looks like I had a huge internet outage, and then I had a cell phone outage with Verizon. Goodness gracious, when it rains, it pours, brother. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? When it rains, it pours, brother. Ooh. But I feel good. I'm glad to be back. I told the Coliseum that I was long about an hour ago. We're gonna be breaking down the TA because we're still kind of in the same. We're still kind of in the same price action. Bitcoin hasn't done much yet, but we're trying. I'm a swinging, and I don't know how these trades are gonna end up. I just know what we're sitting at right now. When I told everybody that I was gonna go long, you know, I took it from the bottom. When we dipped down here, we didn't quite end up taking any of this out. We kind of have this higher low. We do kind of have this, you know, little higher low here on a shorter time frame. We're up about $7,000. All right, we're up about $7,000. This was almost about 10 grand. And I've round tripped it a couple times because from what I'm looking at here, we've had such a good few trades here. All right, we've had such a great few trades, you know. 5 grand, minus 11K, 1,400, 4 grand, 4,900. We've had some really great trades. You know what I'm saying? We've had some great trades. And so, you know, even scrolling down here, you know, 7,800, 5 grand, 22 grand, 6,500, 31 grand, 7,200, some really nice trades. And so like for me, I'm sitting back. I'm going to see if we can try to catch something here. Like I said, I've kind of round tripped it a little bit. I want to see that if we cannot end up taking out this low here, can we hold as we go through this, and can we get ourselves a nice little, you know, and way to go, Nadia. You know, I'm listening to you guys here. I took my 2% twice since you said you were long. Excellent. Again, all we're looking for is 1, 2, 3%, 1, 2, 3%. This is real world trading. Okay, we break a structure is our stop loss, right? Here we go, 11 grand. Let's keep it rolling, Cranksters. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see, you know, if we can end up getting a nice little pop right up in here, we're going to be rolling. We're going to be rolling, guys. But you know what? It is literally a 50-50 on the price action here. We could see if we just go out to like a 4-hour, and I guess we'll just be looking at the exchange the entire time. We are literally either taking out all of this liquidity down below us, right? And we're stop punting everything at 62.5, 61.5, or this is it. Now, the reason why I did end up taking this long here, right? The only reason I ended up taking this long is, you know, I'm a fib trader, guys. I do say that simple trading is the best trading. Simple trading is the best trading. Everybody wants to think that they have the special sauce. Everybody got the sauce, right? Everybody's a chart fucking fairy. Everybody's got it, right? But to execute and to keep simple trading and follow through with our ideas is a whole nother, it's a whole nother objective. And here's the thing, when I say simple trading is the best trading, is that every one of the traders that I watched, used to watch, continue to watch, everybody's been humbled to discipline, but we all started off with simple strategies: support, resistance, volume, fib levels, and then we also add in market cipher. And shout out to market cipher, guys. And when we're going into these fib levels here on a very local time frame, right? We're just looking at this. We can see that if I was to pull the fib level from this low, right, just locally, 62,200 to this high, and the reason being, I'm doing it very, look, we're almost up 13 grand. Here we go. Here we go. Well, Cranksters, I'm telling you, simple trading is the best trading. All right, when we pull these fib levels from these lows to these highs. And why would I do that? Because I'm only looking to see where can this pull back. Well, we came directly down into this golden pocket, right? And we are getting the initial bounce. We're absolutely getting our initial bounce. And that's all we're looking for is simple trading, all right, is the best trading. So when I took this trade right in here, we could see, yes, we kind of dipped below it. Look at all these candle bodies. Maintain, maintain, maintain. And this isn't just our only trade. You know what I mean? I have, let's go over here. This is my main account here. We're up about $13,000. We do have another prop account. This is a funded prop account. All right, through upcomers. We're up another $963 on this one. And then another personal account here. This is our much smaller account. And we're also up another $700 here. And so across the board, Cranksters, when I have multiple accounts, prop accounts, you know, I have millions of dollars worth of prop accounts, funded accounts across the board. And the thing is, when I have conviction inside of some of these trades, especially on these fib levels, we're just looking for the initial bounce. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Simple trading is the best trading, right? Ooh, brother. Ooh, look, we're up another G-bone. Let's get back on over. And again, we did call this out to the, you know, I'm not a call group. That's the other thing too. I'm not a fucking call group. You know what I'm saying? So I teach my strategies. I show you guys how, when, why, where I'm going to do it. We got another 15.8 here. So as a whole, we're up about $20,000 for the evening as a whole. Now, because I also teach that we need to lock it in, we are asking for our initial bounce, and that's what we're getting. Look, we did. The reason why I explained why we're going to be taking the trade, because simple trading, we're using fib levels, right? That's the only thing that we saw, is that there's a local golden pocket here. I am totally inclined to take about, this is a $5.5 million. $5.5 million. We also have another $1 million or $500,000. Look, on the prop account, we're up another 1,400, right? We got another, so that's $6 million. We have $6 million worth of longs. And then if we actually go over to our other account here, we do have another 350K, right? Another 350K, so another 1,000. So what we're going to do now, because again, I said we just want our initial bounce, and I do preach and teach to lock it in. I am going to now go ahead and let's go 75 here. We'll limit out of this. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this lock in. As a matter of fact, let's just drop this just a tad. Let's go over here to the prop account, because again, this is a funded prop account, guys. Let's also go here, and we'll just mark it out a Bybit because it's pretty good. We have pretty good liquidity here. Let's go ahead and go to P&L. We went ahead and we locked in 722 here. We are going to then go ahead and look here. Let's see if we could try to limit out on this order. I'm going to lower this down just a tittle bit. And then let's also go over here to our $16,000, $17,000 that we have in profits. Here we go, man. Did I end the stream? What's going on here, man? Oh, my screen ended up messing up here pretty big. Cranksters, can you hear me? Oh my gosh, I don't know what button I hit here, but I ended up messing this all up, man. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Are we good? Can you guys hear me? Hurry up. Let me know if we're good. Wait, can you see me now? My audio's there. Can you see me? I don't know what button I just hit, guys, but I ended up hitting a button. Roger, Roger. Okay, True Blue. Thank you. All right, cool. So, woo! You guys get that? All right, everything's perfect. So, real quick. We did good. By the way, who's running this shit, by the way, huh? I know, Laurent Fontaine. Laurent Fontaine, you're doing good. Remember, the month of August, it's all about discipline, right? C. Dingle, True Blue, Wisen, Nadia, locking it in. Like I said, guys, over here on the prop account, we did go ahead and we locked in the total trade. We locked in $722. We locked in $722, right? We're all closed out on the prop account. We then go over here, all right? I did lock in another $800 here on the smaller account. We locked in another $784. So we have another, so that's $1,400. Shit just hits hard sometimes. All right. And now let's go back over here to our big boy account. We still have about $17,000. And remember, guys, we only wanted the initial bounce from the golden pocket. We got it a handful of times here that I've taken some scalps. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. What I'd like to do right now is I would like to probably, we're about $5.5 million on the trades. Let's go ahead and lock in 50% for $8,500. Woo! Don't worry, Crank just bat. Crank just win the World Series. Guys, we done, again, I'm not a call group. The whole point is simple trading is the best trading, all right? Simple trading is the best trading. And so we can see here, we just locked in 7 G's, all right? We locked in 7 grand. We still have about another $9,000 here. Let's go back over here and let's go to, let's get in. I try to keep this clean for everybody. You know, our realized profit. We're still running. We're still running. We had $5.5 million in, and we're going to go into some TA here in just a bit, guys. We'll go into some TA, but you know what? It was a long day with a whole bunch of technical difficulties. A whole bunch of technical difficulties, man. But you know what? We pulled through. We pulled through. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, Laurent Fontaine, C. Dingle, Nadia, Ava Moreno. We're doing good. True Blue, shout out to all of you guys. Lock it in. Kakasa, absolutely. That's what the channel is all around. That's just what it is about, Cranksters. So real quick, and we are going to be going over the TA real quick, but when we took this trade, understand, scalping is our strategy, right? We understand that we're looking for micro moves, the initial pump, the initial rejection from resistances, right? We want the initial bounce from support, or we want the initial reaction from a resistance, which is a rejection. That is scalping. We have our ranges. We understand here that when I took this trade, all right, when I look at this here and we go out to like a 30-minute, we have just been going down sideways. We caught this thing from the micro bottom, you know what? And I'm glad that I locked in $6,000 because between the other two accounts, guys, and remember, the other account is a personal account, and then we also have multiple other funded accounts. These are funded prop accounts. And I have links for all of this. If you guys want to, you know, the problem with prop accounts, you need to be the most disciplined that you've ever been, the most disciplined. And this is why I have been talking about this for the entire month of August. How well can you not interfere with the process? The process works. We understand scalping is our strategy. Structures, where we're going to be working our edge, right? We also have our discipline and education. Where are we finding our trend lines? Where are we finding our supports and resistances? Where are we finding all of these things? That's the education. And then we use discipline. We do not trade in mid chop chop. We trade, right, from the bottoms or from the tops. Look, we got another 12 grand here. We're looking really nice. We're looking real nice. Here we go. Here we go. We still got almost $3 million. And actually, let's just do this. We're gonna add 3 mil, or let's add another. Do we want to add? What is this? 3 mil. We don't want to add it. I don't want to add anything, to be honest with you. We'll leave it as it is. Technically, because I've already taken out $6,000 and I've covered all fees and everything, we're up into the $13,000. When we look at targets would technically be a lower high from this, right? This would be one idea. We could say that we're going to be looking up, by the way, Ansel, who's running this shit? You know? Good trades, guys. Good trades so far. We could say, okay, are we going to be putting in like a lower high? Are we end up going to do something like this, right? Where we could say from here to here. Are we going to end up putting in a lower high right around 65? We also know that if we look at the 4 hour here or the daily and we pull out a fixed range volume, let's go ahead and do that. And we go from, let's also get our magnet, here to here. We are coming up to that point of control, that massive volume node. So we could also, I would say we have 3 targets, you know? And for me, I'm more of a, realistically, guys, I'm more of a 100% TP kind of man. I don't like to fuck around and find out. I don't like to find out if it keeps on running. I've been in this trade for less than an hour and we're up almost $20,000, right? 20 G's. I don't like that. For me personally, I like my 1, 2, 3%. I love getting good rest. I love refining my structures tomorrow, rinsing and repeating. That's what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? But if you wanted to swing trade this, we could say we probably have 3 different targets. Again, when we're looking at this fixed volume range, that massive volume node right about this point of control right in here is right around 64.077. We could do this. We could put in a lower high, like I said, like this. So there's one option. All right. We have one option here coming up to this massive volume node. Our second option would be a lower high, which is right above. Our third option would be a lower high out of the total structure, right above us up here. Or third. All right, so we have 1 option, 2 option, 3 options. A fourth option could be maybe, and well, just maybe, could we end up taking out these highs and doing something like this, right? We end up doing something like this. You know, right now we have these lower highs here. Are we going to end up breaking out? Are we going to end up breaking out of this? Do you see what I'm saying? Which then would mean we need to go out to a much longer time frame. Well, we could stay on the daily. We would then pull a fib from this high to this low, and we would say that the target's going to end up being towards this $73,000. Who knows? Ain't nobody know. All I know is that, you know what? I'm totally down to, I'm even down to lock this in. If it comes down, I'll scalp this. This is looking pretty good. We could probably come down here and maybe I'll add. Right now, we've already locked in. If I wanted to, we could lock in almost, what, 16,000? Who all took the simple trading is the best trading, cranksters. Simple trading is the best trading. Don't get it twisted. All right? Simple execution with following through. Simple, simple, simple. It's good to see everybody. It's absolutely good to see everybody. I'm excited to stream tonight, guys. I was really excited because, like I said, between all of my technical difficulties with all of my internets and everything, and do I really want to round trip 10 grand, 10 G's? Do I want to round trip 10 G's? I kind of don't. I kind of don't. I mean, you tell me. I kind of don't. You've already locked in 6. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I had the order. You know what? We're going to lock it in. We ended up catching out $16,000, so $17,000, $18,000. So $18,000 between all 3 accounts. All right, $18,000 between all 3 accounts. We've already locked in everything. Let me just double check my work, make sure I ain't got no runners happening. All right, let me just go to here. We go to the prop account. Nope, we're all locked out. And let's go to the last account here. And we're all closed out as well. On this account, we've been running pretty hot, man. We got some nice trades on this account. All right, Just keep locking it in, guys. Locking it in, lock it in, lock it in so many fucking times that it's so undeniable, brother. Ooh. All right, we're all closed out on absolutely everything. So what we could do now is let's go back over to TradingView and let's get serious. Let's get serious about what we're talking about. We're turning the music down here. All right, we're turning the music down. And let's actually find out where Bitcoin might be heading. All right, let's do this. So again, we go over here to USDT dominance, and if we go out to the daily, we could see we still have not broken out of this range, right? We could see, guys, crankstas, we can absolutely see that we have just been sideways trading. We have just been sideways trading. Hold on, TradingView doesn't want to work right now. Give it a second. Give it a second here. Oh, man, that was a good trade. We called that one, again, about an hour ago. We called that one about an hour ago. I told everybody in the chat. Now, remember, before we start going into all of this, this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Trading involves significant risk, and you may lose more than your initial investment. All trading decisions are made at your own discretion. Trade responsibly. Also, shout out to zoomex. All right? Shout out to zoomex. I understand that new traders are absolutely getting mauled by heavy fees. When you enter into the Coliseum, all traders get VIP Tier 2. It's not like a promotional thing. Don't just sign up one time. You guys get VIP Tier 2 underneath the Coliseum. All right? Also, I am running the Whale Crew. If you're a trader out there trading crypto perps and you're doing 50 to 100 million in trading volume, reach out to me at VIP at Real CryptoCrank. I can offer you something that nobody else can. So again, let's see if my tools are working here, man. Okay, there we go. We are getting our tools working. Here we go. So we could see on the daily that we're absolutely just coiling up on USDT Diddy dominance. We have not decided yet. Are we going to be breaking out of this trend line, right? The resistance, or are we heading back down to this macro support? And there's really just two scenarios that we've talked about. One, if we do end up breaking out, right? If we do end up breaking out, meaning we have this trend line here, right? We still haven't come up to it. If we come out and we break out, I'm here to tell you guys right now that if we also go to a daily on Bitcoin, Bitcoin has also been in this very tight compression. If USDT dominance, and remember, we call it the Diddy Bitty Tango. In the Diddy Bitty Tango, you know, whenever they do these crazy dances, man, there's always that one shocking move, and all of a sudden it's like a breakout or a breakdown, and it fucking happens for us. Well, I'm here to tell you, in the scenario of USDT dominance breaking out of this tight compression, you will see Bitcoin absolutely break down. In probability states, we're going to come down into the low 50s. Right? We're going to end up, my targets are somewhere, when we look at the heat maps, we're looking at 49, 51, 54, 57. If you want to reverse it and say, okay, it's probably going to stop at 57 first, 54, and then 49, right? And those are our levels. And that's if USDT dominance was to get this breakout. Now, if USDT dominance gets this breakout and really keeps climbing all the way up to this to the tops here, you're gonna, and I mean the tops. I'm talking 9.25% on USDT dominance. If we do end up seeing that, I do not think that 57. I don't think 54. Right down to $49,000 to $51,000 is what's going to end up happening. Okay. Now, it doesn't just happen all at once. I mean, it could. It absolutely could. Could we just absolutely capitulate down? Absolutely, it could. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Your favorite fucking influencer out there doesn't know what's going to happen. You know what? I'm in a lot of macro spaces. You guys see me float around a lot of macro spaces. If you're investing in Bitcoin, do you really care if you buy it at 50 or 60? Put it behind you. Go ahead and buy your spot. Sit back, sit tight. Cold storage or centralized exchanges, try to protect that shit. After what we're going through right now, there's nothing wrong with cold storage as long as you're dealing with some of the big boys, right? I would say Treasure Ledger. There's nothing wrong with centralized exchanges if you're in America. There's nothing wrong with Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, Binance US, okay? Nothing wrong with it, because I hear a lot of fucking people talking shit about cold storage, centralization, self-custody, sovereignty. Brother, all I can tell you is protect your fucking money. Protect your fucking money, right? That's why you're here. Protect your shit. I'm tired of hearing it. And you know what? I love going into these spaces and preaching it, but I'm teaching it. We're doing this. So again, guys, there's nothing wrong with the investment standpoint that whether you're right, whether you're going to be buying at 60 or 40, or you could DCA all the way down. All right, you could DCA all the way down, but make sure to protect your money. I'd also encourage you, since we're on this point, how many times do you, Laurent Fontaine, Jagger, Chad, Crypto Lime, back it up, Terry, Cody, all right, Nadia, all of you, how many times do you guys look at your bank accounts? How many times do you look at your centralized banks, your credit unions? How many times do you look at it? All right, I'm sure everybody just logs into their accounts. They get to look at it on their apps. You just scroll. It's real simple. You know what? Look at your Bitcoin. Look at your digital currencies. Look at your ledger. Look at your treasure. If it's still on cold card, whatever, look at it. Don't just put it in the fucking safe and think it's just completely fine. This is your money. All right? This is your money. Now, that's the investment standpoint. Now, since we're going to be trading this, Arculus, Tangem, I don't care what you're using. Cody Booty, you know what I mean? Here we go. I don't care what we're using. Just protect your money and watch it. Just like you do your bank account, just like you do your investments, your Charles Schwab's, whatever. That's investing. Now, when we go into day trading, all right, when we're going into day trading and we're saying that the Diddy Bitty Tango has two scenarios and we're in a very tight compression, right? We went over scenario one, USDT dominance breaking up, right? We're looking at USDT dominance breaking out. We are going to end up seeing these targets that I'm talking about. It is decision time. Now, let's flip the script and let's talk about USDT dominance breaking down. If it breaks down, our first line of defense for Diddy Girl is going to be on this macro trend line right here. Why do we say that? Because if we were to look at USDT dominance, we could say that we have massive support here. We have massive support here. What's support? And I keep talking about a reaction. When we get a bounce, that's a reaction from a support zone. When we come down, we bounce. When we come down to it again, we bounce. Most likely, it's going to say that if we come down to this support line here, what's probably going to end up happening? We're probably going to end up getting a bounce. Do we know if this bounce is going to take us back up to the top, or is it going to be a short-lived bounce and then we end up breaking down? We have no idea. We could just say that as of right now, if we break down, this is going to be probably our first bounce zone, right? Now, in the scenario here that we want to see, if you are bullish on Bitcoin and you think that if you think that Bitcoin bottom is in and you think it's going to just absolutely go and melt faces, it's that time, right? Bottom should be coming in where the bottom's already in. What you want to see is USDT dominance, not only just to bounce from here, but you want this thing to break through this line. You want it to just absolutely come on down right around this support here, right around 7.6. All right, you want to see it come down right around, our next big support zone is going to be right here. Boom. Why do I say that? Because we could see, just like how we had supports, we had resistance, resistance, resistance again, breakout, support. So it's a breakout, retest, out, right? So we now know that this is a very big macro level, very big macro level. So if we do end up breaking out or breaking down from here, or if we get the bounce and then break down, I'm here to tell you guys, Bitcoin in the bullish case scenario is coming all the way back up towards $80,000, 80 if not higher, 73, 75, $80,000. All right, it's very simple how this is going to work. Very, very, very simple. We are in a very tight macro compression, and it is decision time. Now, outside of taking the scalping trades, because again, we've already gone over investing. We've already gone over if you don't care if you're buying at 60, 50, 40. And neither do I. I'm going to be DCAing all the way down because based off of 4-year cycle theory, October through November through Q1 of next year, the bottom's going to be put in. All right, the bottom's going to be put in. I'll be DCAing from now until then based off of time. Now, again, I also go through these macro spaces, and when people say, oh, 4-year cycle theory, no, dude, I'm not DCAing at 80. I'm not DCAing at 90. I'm not DCAing at 70. I understand that, you know what, if we were still at $70,000 going into Q1 of next year, then I can DCA based off of 4-year cycle theory and understanding that based off of time and structure, the bottom's probably close. It's just DCA point blank. We're fortunate enough that we do have 15 years of price action for us, and we could look to say, you know what, between now and February, the bottom's it's DCA time. It's DCA time, point blank. All right, just point blank. If we do end up getting this breakout here, what you would want to see for Bitcoin, right? If we do end up breaking out and we do not get out of technically this downtrend, right? If we do not get out of this downtrend, I will be shorting this, and I'm also going to be looking for to find out if we're going to be putting in a higher low to find out if this is truly our bottom. Based off of time, we should be coming into a bottom, right? Based off of pattern structure, we do not have that known to us just yet. What we want to see based off of pattern structure is either double bottoms, a sweep of the lows, but then we're going to start, it's going to be like a hindsight scenario, right? It's going to be like a hindsight scenario where we get these bars pattern, and what we want to see is like this accumulation and workout, right? Accumulation and workout. We want to see something like this. This is exactly right. We want to see something like this where it's just we come up to it, we come down. Do we barely sweep the lows based off of time going into next year, Q1, right? We start going sideways and then out. And then the fun really begins, Cranksters. This is where we start putting in these grueling bottoms. We work on out of this, and it'll look something like that. Boom. Here we go. Here we go, Cranksters. You can bookmark this shit. And if I'm fucking wrong, I don't give a fuck, because I'm here to tell you, I'll be scalping this short. I'll be taking these longs. I'll be hitting all these points because, again, throughout all of these trading zones right here, right? And again, simple trading's the best trading. I know that we're going to get an initial bounce from 54 to 57. I know that if we end up sweeping this liquidity, this could be another big bounce zone. I know that once we absolutely flip 65 to 74 back into support, we're going to get a bounce and keep running. I know that if we end up breaking through 85, I know that if we end up getting 97 and 100K, it's on like fucking Donkey Kong. I know. You're doing a good job. All of y'all are doing a good job. So I tell you what, guys, if it's wrong, we're just going to trade it. If we're right and you just bought the spot bags, you're going to be happy as fuck no matter what, right? Doesn't really matter. You like this, Nadia? You like this shit, huh? I'm telling you, simple trading is the best trading, and in the Coliseum, we are scalping. We will be transitioning. Don't get me wrong. We'll be, and everyone laughs because everyone wants to call CryptoCrank a tick trader. Well, you go sit in these fucking positions and be my fucking guest, brother. You want to be a senior round tripper? Be my guest. Me, I understand that when momentum's back on my side, I will swing trade. All right? This is choppy, 50-50, mid chop, gonna get fucked, opposite side of candles. I'm not swing trading this, right? You guys just saw, we just locked in $20,000 worth of profits. But this is what I mean. If I cleaned up all of this, I'm talking about momentum being on my side. Momentum being on my side, right? When we go through this next phase here, right? If we go through this next phase here, I want momentum to be on my side. I want to know that based off of time, Fourier cycle theory, serious levels that are now turned into support and not resistance. I want to know that when momentum is on my side, I will absolutely swing trade these things, right? When we get out of this and we start turning these into support again, I understand that I could take these levels and I can swing trade again. All right? Right now, this is not swing trading territory. Nobody knows if we're going to be breaking down, if we're going to be breaking up, right? Nobody knows this. But again, just for me and the type of trader that I am, all right? The type of trader that I am, I understand that if momentum's on my side in the upward direction, not in the downward direction, I'm not a very good bear market shorter. This is why I scalp, because otherwise I round trip or I'm buying bottoms that aren't really bottoms, and I don't do that. I've learned. So again, when momentum's on our side, I will absolutely start to take the swing trades, right? Well, hold on here. We will absolutely start to take swing trades, and we'll hold these things and we'll ride off it together into Valhalla, right? My only problem is to not try to reproduce this strategy on my FTMO challenge on your funded, yep, because the fees eats the profits on small moves. If you're in the green, who cares? Just be patient. Everyone keeps worrying about fees. I have breakout prop, I have client funding, I have upcomers accounts, all of my own accounts. Do you think I give two fucks that $2,000, $4,000 came out of my funding fees when I just made $18,000? If you just made $100 and $40 of it was in fees, you still made $100 on what? Your $1,000 account, which is fucking 10%? Stop fucking worrying about that stuff. Stop worrying about it. Lock it in. Everybody keep thinking, oh my God, the fucking fees just keep eating me up. Well, are you in the green? Did you have a winning trade? Just be patient. I don't even look anymore, man. I don't even look anymore. If I'm right and I'm scalping based off of my strategy, I have my structures, I'm in the green, I lock it in, charge it to the game. All right? Charge it to, it's part of the game. But now, luckily we have good affiliates. We have awesome zoomex. You know what? We have VIP tier 2. We have discount codes for prop accounts if that's what you guys need. But here's the thing. Yeah, you know what? I round trip my green trades on prop accounts. Well, that's your fault, man. It's you versus you. It's you versus the charts. Me personally, as I teach in the Coliseum, I lock it in. I don't give a fuck if I have to mark it out, limit out, trail stop losses, trailing it. I don't, whatever. I don't care. If I'm in the green, and let me just explain something to you guys here. When we look at this here, and we look at this account, I absolutely do not care, all right? I do not care that we just had $1,400 worth of fees, $1,400 worth of fees, $1,500 worth of fees. Even on the losses, $4,000 worth of fees, because I got smoked on that one. I got scared out of that trade. All right? Look, $1,000, $1,500, $1,400. I don't, again, but look, do I care that I'm out $1,300, $1,400 when I made $4,000? Guys, trade. Get in the green. We understand that our strategy is scalping. We understand that we have our structures. When you trade within these ranges or our trend lines or our triangles or our parallel channels, wedges, whatever, if you're in the green, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. Don't look back. Don't even look at this shit. Just keep locking it in. And I promise you, if you do realize, Nadia, or anybody else listening to this, that even though you paid the fee and you're in the green, your account went up, right? Your account went up, right? So don't look at that. Don't look at it that way. Just keep going. Keep scalping. Keep locking it in. Off to the next trade. Also understand too, though, every trade stands alone. Just because you did it before doesn't mean it's going to work this time. Mine and your job is to stick to our strategy, which is scalping, which means that we're looking for our micro reactions between the supports and the resistances, right? We're using our structures. Once we get our initial moves, our bounces or rejections, we're locking it in. You don't need to ride these things out to the very top of the range or the very bottom of the range. Absolutely not. And then you guys execute based off of that consistently. But when I say that every trade stands alone, eventually trends break. That's why they say the trend is our friend until the end, right? Well, eventually you are going to long that top and you get a breakout. You're going to long the, or you're going to short that top and you're going to break out. You're going to long that bottom and it's going to break down. Eventually that happens, but that's why we have great risk management. But you don't care. You just you keep trading the exact same way every single time, brother. Ooh. Who's running this shit, by the way, huh? Good TPs. Good. Look at this. Let's just, you ready? CryptoCrank had it from the bottom. CryptoCrank had it from the bottom. Could have held it. Could have held it, right? Oh, what a round trip. Fucking sucks, right? Loser. Could have round tripped it. Let's zoom back in on this. I don't know, Cotton. It seems like a bold strategy. Let's see if it works. Right? We had it from the bottom. Now we here. Look. We would have round tripped all that profit. We came all the way up. I said, man, I'm going to lock this in. I'm going to lock this in. Look. We had it from the bottom. Came all the way up. Who wants to be a senior round tripper? A senior round tripper. I don't. I didn't. You want to know what I did? I locked it in. Boom. We're done. You guys understand what I'm saying, guys? Cranksters, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a real woman, it takes a real man to lock it in. Guys, when we completed the $30K to $1 million challenge, it was not from fucking looking at fees. It was not from fucking looking at my losses. It was from this exact same strategy, not turning back, not hoping that, you know what, I look at a 1 hour time frame and I say, oh man, I have this trade from the bottom. This thing can probably come all the way up here. This should hold. You ready? This is what happens when you don't lock it in. Let me just walk it in. Let me just talk you through this shit. You ready? Oh man, I'm in from the bottom. I got it from the bottom. Oh shit, we're in profits. We're looking real good. We're looking real. Oh, I should probably lock it. Oh shit, 50% is gone. I think I should. Don't worry. I think. Oh man, I think I should just. You know, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Let me just put my stop loss down here. Oh shit, it's below entry. I'm losing. Oh fuck, I knew I should have locked it in. I should have fucking locked it in. I knew it. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's getting close to my stop loss. Oh shit. Let me just, you know what? I think it's coming back. It should hold here. Let me just go ahead. Let me just move my stop loss. Oh shit. I'm fucked. I should have locked it in. I shouldn't have added to it. I shouldn't have moved my stop loss. Oh fuck. Oh man. You know what I'm saying, cranksters? You know what I'm saying? Don't lock it in. Get the initial move. We've all been there. I've done this. I've done that. I've moved my stop loss. I've moved my TPs. I was hopeful for more. I was that guy. You know? I've been that person. You are that person. It takes a great coach that has a great strategy, that understands structure, that has massive discipline, bar fucking none. I hate losing money. And if I do, I'm one of the best losers in history because I understand before I trade, I know what I'm willing to lose. All right? So again, don't be the dramatic story that I just talked about. All right? Do not be the dramatic story. In the Coliseum, we understand that the reason why we took this trade down below, right? Real simple. We go out to a 4 hour. We could say, based off of this structure right here, what we want to trade. And all we're trading is this to this, right? We went ahead and we pulled a fib from the low to the high. we could see we are fib traders. Simple trading is the best trading, which means what? We're coming down to this golden pocket, which means what? We're probably going to get ourselves the initial reaction, the bounce. What do we need? All we need is the initial bounce. Well, what do we do when we get the initial bounce? We lock it in. Guys, this shit is just, you know what I'm saying? You guys need to be, and again, let me just show you something. Let me just show you something real. Can you guys hear me? It's real simple, son. Can you guys hear me? It's real simple. Do not interfere. No chasing, right? No chasing, no revenge trading, no FOMO, no over trading, no emotional decisions, no moving your stop losses, all right? No moving your TPs because it's time to fucking buy a Lambo. You guys, take your time, understand, don't worry about your fees, just keep trading. Stick to the strategy, stick to the structure, keep trading. Don't turn back, and I promise you guys, it's just gonna keep rolling. It just keeps, again, and I gotta be honest with you, for some reason, I'm wondering if, breakout prop isn't loading, man, for me. I wanted to take that trade too on breakout prop. I wanted to take it on every single, because again, it's just, the trade's valid. The trade is absolutely valid. Man, what a good stream. What a good stream. I think I'm done. I mean, we went over everything. I think a lot of the cranksters went ahead and smacked this trade with me. And again, I'm not a call group, guys. I am not a call group. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want with your money. If you'd like to participate in the trades that I take, be my guest. Understand that I don't win all my trades. I show you guys that. I do not win all my trades. Look, minus 9,600. Minus 1,000, plus 49, plus 68, plus 86. Minus 30 grand here, right? Plus 22,000. I don't win all my trades, but I don't stop there. I don't just because I say, oh, fuck, I lost, that my strategy is worthless. I need to change it. No. What we do is we use the same strategy every single time, over and over and over again. Strategy is scalping. Our structures, ranges, trend lines, triangles, parallels, wedges. Brother, we execute with discipline based off of all of that, And, if this thing does come down again and we do end up putting in a higher low, I'll probably end up taking the trade again. I don't mind doing that and keeping my stop loss directly underneath this. If we come down again into something like this, absolutely I will. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? Good trades. I would encourage everybody to rewatch the rewatch the stream. Yeah, I think with that being said, guys, I don't want to overtrade. I mean, we just knocked out almost 20 grand worth of profits in under an hour. We are 100% locked in. I have no open trades right now. I'm gonna sleep peaceful. I think I'm just going to go poolside, guys. It's still really hot outside. Let me look outside. Yeah, it's still really nice outside. I think I'm going to wrap up shop, Cranksters. What a good trade. It all happens within an hour, man. That's what scalping's all about. So with that being said, Cranksters, I hope everybody has an absolute amazing night. Love every single one of you guys. Make sure to lock it in. Do not fuck around and find out. The big move is coming on Bitcoin. We've been talking about it for almost 2 weeks now, that we are either breaking down towards the 60s. If you're using any form of leverage and you're in a long, you're going to get smoked. Or we're going to, 67 to 70K. And if you're inside of a short and you're with leverage, you're going to get smoked. Understand this game, Cranksters. Lock it in. Look for the initial reactions from our support resistances. Stick to the discipline. Stick to the strategy. Stick to the structures. With that being said, everybody have a wonderful night.
Who are we? Pranksters. Where are we? The Coliseum. What do we do? Execute. Are you not entertained? The Coliseum. Is this not why you're here? Execute.